Okay, we have a new chapter of Attack on Titan. It's chapter 119. It's called Big Brother, Little Brother. The last one we had kind of the last moment before the super climax. Piek and the final generals of the Eldian army, or the Marleyan army, sorry, were lining up a shot on Zeke as he lay nearly lifeless on the ground. Zeke still holding the card in his hand of the Scream, which will turn all of the people that drank his spinal fluid, which is a whole lot of people, into mindless titans immediately. Meanwhile, Eren, rushing towards his brother, hoping to make contact and thus able to activate the power of the original Titan. We're not really entirely sure to what ends he's going to use it for. There's Zeke's plan of neutering the entire Eldian race. There's Armin's suggestion that the Earth-flattening weapon is activated in order to signal the power of Paradise Island such that people don't attack them for decades and decades to come. There could be some third thing that we haven't even thought of. Maybe a time loop or something to try to bring that whole thing back in there. Remember those weird prophetic visions he had way back at the start, and then that throwaway line, just that quick line during the flashback with his father of talking about Armin and Mikasa, even though he should have no knowledge of those people whatsoever. I don't know. We're rushing towards the climax. I don't know how many issues are left, but there's not many. And here we see the Beast Titan laying on the ground. Do not let Zeke and Eren come into contact. If you use the original Titan's power, it's game over. Eat the original Titan before they have a chance. So, Reiner, of course, Eren's eternal adversary. They've fought many times. This is probably their final battle. Scrambling to his feet, trying to make one more effort to stop Eren. Last time he was stopped by Zeke's rock slide attack. But this time, there's nothing standing in between him and his target. There's one person in the world who should not have that power. It's you, Eren. Big ideological differences. Just a few feet now, separating the brothers. Ooh, but before he can get any further, the Jaw Titan getting back in the action. A huge bite right on Eren's calf. And sinking his fingers deep into Eren's thigh, too. That sounds seductive. No, it's violent. It's quite intense, these Titan fights, because, you know, somebody like the Jaw Titan can be kind of taken out of commission briefly. He can be incapacitated and need to regenerate, but never totally eliminated, not until absolute death. So these kind of things can still happen, still come into play. The arm severed, the leg severed, sorry. He bit clean through the bone and smashing down right at the nape. The weak point we can see inside Galliard's face, taking damage, his actual human face. Ooh! But as Eren gets up to take another swing, another shot from an anti-Titan rifle? It's hard to tell whether this is a shot coming up from the wall and like the kind of sniping team of the Cart Titan and crew, or if this is someone on the ground. Someone equipped. Oh, no, there, it's up there. It's the wall crew. His movements have stopped. Could hit Zeke once more. Part of the Scouting Legion arrives, maneuvering around. I like this. It's quite comical, and we need whatever glimpses of comedy we can get deep into this emotionally devastating climax of the Piek whipping her gun around and just like smacking this guy right in the gut with the cannon. Oof. That's a big oof. Okay. Let's deal with her first somehow. Alright, Armin and Mikasa on the scene, strategizing. One of their greatest human warriors remaining, and possibly their greatest strategic mind they have available to them. Taking shots from Marleyan soldiers. They fire back with something. I'm not sure what that was. Get closer from this end either. Retreat. The houses are full of enemies too. We need to deal with the Marleyan soldiers first. So it's become this whole chain. First we need to deal with the Cart Titan. Then we need to deal with the Marleyan soldiers. Now we need to deal with the Cart Titan. So these are the wine-drinking legion who are sacrificing themselves, going in on the front lines, basically knowing that they're as good as dead as soon as Zeke does the scream, the transforming scream. And this kind of theme of self-sacrifice and being like, well, we're the ones that are likely going to die anyways, so we're just going to run in just to provide that one opportunity. It's been kind of a recurring pattern in a lot of these Attack on Titan battles. I think, I don't know, it says kind of a lot about the ideology of the series, this willingness to self-sacrifice for some perceived greater good. But when things have gotten mismuddled, when things are full of this grayness and sympathy for characters on all sides, you just gotta wonder, like, I don't know, it just feels so much heavier and hollower, this kind of sacrifice. Not the time to fight the Marleyan soldiers head on. It's as Commander Prixus says, so it's surround them from the rear. Okay. Tactics, tactics. Human on human fighting. Almost irrelevant in the shadow of these Titan battles, but still playing out tragically throughout the city. Humans killing humans. Here we see Zeke. He took it pretty rough. His whole body kind of caved away here. But, you know, he was in worse shape just a few chapters ago when he was lying in the back of Levi's cart. Fell to the ground, so he got shot. Watches his little brother fighting the Armor Titan. I like the perspective of this last panel here. Just kind of how small the Titan fight looks in the distance. How kind of childlike almost, you know, it just kind of looks like some brats wailing away at each other. And Zeke probably, you know, this is kind of Zeke's perspective. Like, as he slowly kind of pieces his mind together, he can't even understand the significance of what he's looking at. He just sees these weird creatures duking it out. Ah, but then that was a nice contrast. We cut from that immediately to the actual visceral intensity of the battle. So much action. Looks like it's not going great for Eren. He's missing an arm. He's missing a leg. He managed to take the Jaw Titan out of commission for a bit at least, but the Armor Titan really hasn't suffered anything yet. Up, Porco, just a little longer. Use whatever strength you've got left and fight. Sorry. So the Jaw Titan, they're thinking way, way back to when Bernhold, Annie, and Reiner were all deployed onto Paradise Island for the deep, deep undercover mission that, of course, we learned about through flashbacks and what I think was one of the series' strongest arcs. Because you weren't supposed to be chosen as a warrior. I pulled you up while pushing my brothers down and manipulated the top brass because I wanted to protect my little brother. Ooh, so this is the big brother of the current Jaw Titan, correct? And he died very quickly after coming to Paradise Island. And the Jaw Titan was lost, and then eventually Marley recovered it, right? This is how it goes, right? But when his little brother inherited the Jaw Titan, he was able to get all of these memories, right? Not just able to get, but was immediately flooded with this inheritance of the Jaw Titan. Right? That's how it works, right? Something like that. So he rises, of course. Oh, this is Zeke rising. Zeke gets up. Call the Titans. Okay, Zeke prepares to use the Scream, which will Titanize all of the armband-wearing people, the people that drank the wine infected with the spinal fluid. Wait. Wait, please. Oh! Falco, arriving in time. Falco had been running around with this Marleyan soldier. Their plan was to tell Zeke that Falco had drank the spinal fluid during the whole restaurant incident, so that Zeke would delay screaming, would not end up titanizing Falco and all the others. A bit of the spinal fluid in his mouth. Please, Mr. Zeke, don't use the scream. Okay, so this was like their big trump card. He's been waiting to use this because, you know, it kind of interferes with their planning too. It's not like they have control over the Titans, but it's just such chaos will be unleashed. I'm sure they didn't just want to do it right away. It's kind of in this desperate situation just to throw off the enemy. A big kind of explosive surprise. So this is definitely the situation they've been waiting for, right? Like, Eren is in real dire straits. Eren is being double teamed by 2 Titans. The cart Titan is still taking shots when able to. Things aren't doing too well for the Jaeger brothers. Understand, don't you? I know you wanted to obtain the Beast Titan succession just so my family won't be sent to paradise. I can never understand what the hell you were thinking even before your betrayal. I never knew you as the kind who would get children involved in this kind of mess. I'm saying you should stay still and let yourself get killed, but I'm asking you, please wait until Falco is out of range of your scream ability before you use it. Oh, I didn't even know that was an option. I suppose it's literally just whoever can hear the scream is transformed into a Titan. It's literally just the range of his voice. So, okay. It's kind of a compromise plan. Work out for everyone. Go on killing each other as much as you want. Aldians, Marlians, your heart's content. Just leave Falco out of this, please. And here it comes. Gabby. Riding on a dang horse. She's got the horses in the back. Horse stock is attached. Dress is matte black. Got the boots is black to match. She's riding on a horse. You can whip your Titan. I've been out in Marley. You ain't been out about that walled city. So on and so forth. Okay. Understand your feelings towards your little brother. That's why this saddens me all the more. Oh, so I think he's decided he has to do it anyways. Things are just too desperate. It's so strange to see the Beast Titan just kind of, you know, just sad, regretful, nostalgic for happier, simpler times. These real human emotions. But I guess all the way back there, it was the first one we saw that could talk. So it's only appropriate that it's the first one we see cry. Oh, well, I don't know. There's probably been other Titans that cry. All right, the scream is unleashed. Oh, that's what the katakana says. His big brother embracing him, even though they both know that it'll mean certain death for him to be that close to a Titan as it Titanizes. Gabby reaching out. All the people throughout. Commander picks us up in some household. Drinking good whiskey. His last memory as a human. All of them feeling this light kind of overwhelm their body from the inside out. All right, round 2 of the war begins. Same combatants, minus some probably 80, 90 humans, plus some 80 or 90 Titans. Everyone looking on in horror. Enemy, they're turning into Titans. Get the anti-Titan weapons. Yeah, they weren't ready for this. And here we have, you know, the soldier's garb is a little different, but this is perhaps just the quintessential scene of Attack on Titan. A horde of dumb Titans in a variety of sizes with grotesque features and deformed bodies, trampling through households, their maws just gaping. And it's like, you know, in the end, we need scenes like this. You'll forget what manga you're reading. You can't just all be tactics and feelings and histographics. What am I trying to say here? Like the study of history, thinking about how history influences modern day. No, sometimes you just need some big, dumb Titan action. And here is Titan Falco. So grotesque in our recognition of him. And the facial features that persisted. Do it, Falco. Get Reiner. Oh, God. We know, of course, the long history Falco and Reiner have had. Their camaraderie, the confusion between them at times, and how Reiner and Eren's big meeting was attended also by Falco. And now this, the three of them meeting again. But Falco, of course, just a mindless Titan. And of course, yeah, Colt's body is just burnt away. Far too close to a Titanizing Titan. We need to end Falco's misery. This is Reiner's... Like, yeah, alright. And it's like, the tragedy, the blatant tragedy here. Like, you're gonna have a wide variety of takes about Falco and Gabi and how the Marleyans are represented and how sympathetic we should be to these characters that were kind of entrapped by the Marleyans and then chose to serve the Marleyans and now fight for Marley and blah blah blah. But and it's kind of hard to reconcile exactly like you know, if you think that certain characters are just inherently and entirely morally reprehensible, and that you're against any sort of perceived authorial author's support, oh gosh, for those characters, you know, like the author trying to justify those characters' actions or trying to present them as good people deep down or good people after all or whatever. You can be against that, sure. But the situation here is like just so blatantly tragic that we have someone like Reiner just hoping to put Falco, who's just been turned into a dumb beast, out of his misery. I really, I don't know, like my feeling is that like this sort of compassion, this sort of like brutal humanity of just showing how depraved and unfortunate humanity is when put at each other's throats. That to me is like much more important, I guess. Like that to me reflects a more kind of deep down universal recognition that the author is making. That this is our hero, supposedly, who, while Reiner is trying to commit some small act of mercy, kicks him in the face. Like, I don't know. I don't really know what we're supposed to think anymore. Falco is going for the nape. The Beast Titan shot again. It looks like right through the nape. None of the Scouting Legion people were able to stop her. Everyone's dead. Got him for sure this time. We're in the clear now. I don't know about that. The original Titan. Don't need your head as long as you let us have your spinal fluid. Oh, but no. What was the Scouting Legion's plan all along? The core members, freed from prison, on the battlefield for the first time. We're gonna go around and get the rear. Almost too late. Mikasa just murdering people. You know, it's war. It's happening. Mikasa staring down the Card Titan. Nearly a one-on-one fight. The Beast Titan's smoldering away. It looks like he's done for, but I really doubt it. Aaron can't use the original Titan's power anymore. We stopped them. Can I leave the rest to you, Falco? All I need to do is remove the hardening from my neighbor. Falco could have the power of the Armored Titan. Oh. So, Reiner here, his plan is, if he sacrifices himself, Falco will eat, therefore, the Armored Titan, inherit the Armored Titan's power, and stop being a dumb, mindless Titan, and become himself again as the Armored Titan. Alright. That makes sense, I guess. Trying to undo one aspect of this tragedy. The least I can do is give you Falco back. One who inherit the Armored Titan's fight Falco. So it looks like he's trying to deactivate the armor on his neck. But now... Don't have any strength left to heal my own body. There's no way I'm just gonna die for nothing. So now the Jaw Titan trying to come to sacrifice himself wants to be eaten by Falco instead, so Falco can inherit the Jaw Titan and Reiner can continue to live. I guess. Saw my brother's memory. Fooled the army to take an idiot like you as a warrior, just to protect me. By doing this, I'll finally make it clear. Until the very end, I will always be better. Wow. The pettiness. In the end, so petty. And yet, I feel like, you know, this isn't totally sincere. This is his kind of cheeky way of saying goodbye, I think, more than anything. Oh, man. This guy had such a complex, you know? He was never really given the spotlight too much. As the Jaw Titan, he just kind of was interfering in fights mostly. We never really had a full-on showdown with him or anything like that. And it's not like we ever saw any sort of extensive flashback, but the way they've just kind of woven this characterization throughout kind of our understanding of who he was and who his brother was and how he came to be, it's pretty solid. In the end, he had this such a complex that he was able to do something like this. And Falco doesn't need to hear that twice. Already has the Jaw Titan in his jaw. Did that to save Falco. Alright, meanwhile, Eren not just sitting around. Or, wait, oh boy. So Eren bites or what is actually happening here? Reiner is super pissed off and just punches Eren. It might already be over. He thought he was just as good as dead. And now, in his just sort of overwhelming rage about this entire situation, he decks Eren. Eren bites him back and begins to crystallize. Yeah, he's hardening. He hardens his body and then breaks out of his shell to run off. What's his plan? He's running towards the Beast Titan. Apparently, it looks like the corpse of the Beast Titan, but perhaps not. Yes. Copied this idea from Piak. Piak did this earlier in the battle. You learn quickly. Alright. The Armored Titan manages to rip himself free from the hardened Attack Titan. About to smush Eren. What will they do? Do they have time? Ooh! An anti-Titan missile exploding in the Armored Titan's hand. Another one right to the side of the face. Who's swinging in to save him? But of course, yet again, for probably the dozenth time this series, the Scouting Legion has Eren's butt. Jean and Connie, who both really hate him, both have very many legitimate reasons to hate him right now. Still coming through for him. Come. Alright, the big brother, little brother reunion. It's finally happening. Whoa, my God. Gabby, you don't even know what's going on anymore. You know what? Okay, so last chapter, we had this really beautiful, moving moment where Gabby decides to trust the Eldian soldier and not just immediately shoot first. And because of that, they have the peaceful return of Falco. And they talk about, like, we need to break this cycle of violence. People just keep killing each other. Like, can we possibly, not? And then, in the end, I guess, whatever thoughts she had about this were probably completely thrown out the window when she saw Falco Titanize and when she saw the city just devolve into chaos yet again, an even greater level of chaos than wartime chaos, wartime plus Titan chaos. And now, grabbing this rifle in what's becoming an iconic pose for her, crying, grabbing a gun, and shooting wildly at someone. Everyone is occupied. No one can stop her. She takes a shot and blows Eren's fucking head off. Wow. What? For real? Oh my God. Wow. Wow. So, I mean, that's just a human right now. Like, that, he can regenerate, but, like, come on. Especially since she got him right in the nape, which is, like, kind of the core regenerative part for Titans and Titanizing humans, right? Like, this is, oh my God. Oh my God. It's, like, comical. Like, it's, like, jeez. So, wow. What's gonna happen now? Wow, okay. Alright. Well, I will, yeesh. Alright. 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 Jeez. No, I didn't see that coming. I didn't think Eren's head would just get shot off in the end. Wow. Okay. I gotta rethink a few things about where I think this is going. Alright. Well, we'll see what happens in the next one. Whew.